Good morning. I already feel so excited. I went to pick up a book that I bought on Vinted. For a couple of weeks, I was thinking that I want to reread the Space Odyssey books. I read them when I was, very young. I remember reading them on my way to school in Metro in Madrid. And I was like debating whether I want to reread them or listen to them as an audiobook. And then I went to Vinted to check what people had in store for me. And I saw this beautiful edition. Look at this. This is Arrow edition. It features the painting of Peter Elson on the cover. Okay, I love second half century science fiction books. I'm talking about from 50s to I guess 90s, but I mostly stay up to the 80s. And I love reading editions that were published back then because a lot of times the covers can be a little bit corny, especially compared to how philosophically and morally ambiguous the book themselves can be. So it's very nice juxtaposition. And Peter Elson, he did a bunch of, he's very famous for illustrating sci-fi books, especially in the 60s, 70s. So when I saw this one, I'm like, I must have it. It was only for €2. That's the only picture that it had in the ad. And it does look good, but I was worried about the state of pages because I know that this reprint ran throughout the 70s. So the pages definitely will be yellowish, but will they be fragile? And they are aged as expected, but they're not fragile at all. Like I can read it without any fear of mistreating accidentally the book. And look at this. The spine is completely unbroken. So am I the first to read this book specifically? Amazing. Anyway, I just really wanted this edition. I think it looks beautiful and I started reading it on my way home. And I love this book so much. And I told how I was trying to read less fiction. And I'm doing it more or less, but I just love fiction so much. Gonna make me a couple of toasts with eggs and avocado. Also, as I was going on my way to the store to pick it up, I just realized how so many people are now here. All the noise, all the traffic. Like I'm starting to remember what it feels like to live in a city. And it just all happened so fast that I feel like I didn't have time to say goodbye to the ghost town that it was this island throughout the winter. But the good news coming out of all of that is that the restaurants are starting to open as well. And I already got my first interview tomorrow. So I'll let you know how that goes. And the plans for today are pretty simple. I already went out, I already got the groceries, so I've only got painting left. And there's been updates. Look at that, I got some magnet letters as well. I love that they're all in different font typography, whatever. This is a little message of self-reassurance in the early morning hours. Oh man, I really thought it would look prettier. But I bet it's gonna be yummy. Okay, so let's go for the updates. As you can see, the face is practically done. I just want to rework the nose a little bit, but I think that will consist only of giving it some highlights. And for a while, I was regretting changing the arm position in my last video. But like after rewatching my last video of how the arm was looking when it was like reposing fully on the armchair, I'm glad I did. Definitely was the right choice. The trouble came when I started working on the chair, because my main problem was that if I make her repose the arm on the armchair, I would have to paint the armchair on this side as well. And I just don't think it would work. I don't want it to be hiding or like creating a barrier between her and us. So I brainstormed a couple of ideas. I thought, well, maybe she can be sitting in a tablet and she's reposing like on some table or whatever. Maybe I can just do one armchair and not paint the second one because maybe no one cares. Maybe I can fool the eye. And then I thought, why am I overcomplicating myself so much? Why not just make her repose on the back of the chair? And so she's doing that. Now, when it came for the dress, As I said in my previous video, the reason I wanted to paint a flamenco dancer, it's because I wanted to have something kitschy in my house. So when I started thinking about the color dress, I feel like every time you think about a flamenco dancer, you instantly imagine a red dress with either black or white polka dots. But I feel like that will be too kitschy. Like, am I going for Pedro Almodovar kind of Spanish kitsch or a souvenir store kind of kitsch? And I think I'm gonna stick with Pedro Almodovar. So we're going for the white dress. I have to say it's been giving me a lot more work than I thought I would be putting into it. I mean, it's definitely going in the right direction, and I do believe that I will finish it today. I don't know if I'll be able to do the polka dots, because I think it will be better to paint them once all the white part is dried. So we'll see. Then the arms and the back as well will be all finished in just one session because it's almost done. And then for the background, I don't think you can tell right now because I needed for it to dry first so I can add more layers and shades and values. But I'm going for kind of for movement to create some kind of flow in the background. You know, I figured like I'm painting a dancer, but she's being very stationary, so maybe let's create some kind of movement in the background. I don't know, man, I'm just trying new things. So yes, today I'm gonna be focusing in, my guesses are basically on everything and see it all advanced little by little. I haven't said it, but there's actually a reason of why I went with a white dress instead of any other color. I saw like online, I think on TikTok, this program, I think it's called Actors and Actors, when just two actors sit and they talk. I don't know if it's like an internet thing or like a TV program, but anyway. In this one, it's Ethan Hawke and Sydney Sweeney. And at one point, he asked her if she does or did any theater work. And she tells him, no, I have a stage fright. Sorry for the voice, I just really don't like her. And he answers, well, you know, what's that called? Inexperience. And I just thought, you know, that's very true. And then, of course, I thought, like, how can I apply it to myself to improve as an artist? And I remembered how much I dislike working with white because I'm very bad working it. And I thought, well, I'm never going to improve if I keep postponing it and keep avoiding painting anything white in big quantities. So I thought, all right, let's do the white dress. I would be very sad if it comes out like shit, but at the same time it's true that I'm just so inexperienced with this color that I need to push myself to work with it and start learning how to use it properly. And so far I'm not happy at all with how's it going. I mean, I think the painting will look alright. I just do believe that if the dress was any other color, I would have painted it more beautifully. So I'm just keep reminding myself, this is just a kitschy painting that you're doing literally just to hang it in your home and giggle at it every time I pass by it. But oh man, the struggle I'm going through right now. Ugh. Well, this is where I'm gonna leave the dress. I don't wanna bash myself too much with how I'm happy I feel about it, because after all, I am doing something new, something to learn, to be better at. So I think it will be very unnecessary to be cruel to myself. So I'm just gonna say that it's good enough. I will add the polka dots tomorrow, so I'm hoping that will bring the dress to life But I don't think I will work on white anymore on this painting. Maybe I'll do a few retouches tomorrow, but I do think that I'm just gonna leave it at that. And to be honest, it kinda took off all of the desire to paint today that I had. But I'm going to work on the background now, and I hope that that will as well like alive the painting in myself a little bit, and maybe finish the chair as well. Otherwise I will just leave it for tomorrow. I am feeling a little bit down. Okay, I hope this is a good enough angle to see the painting. If not, like in the last video, I'll just edit a picture here so you can better see. It's not 100% finished. I still have to finish the earring, but I just want to take a break from working on this painting and I want to start something else, even though I could be done with it super quickly, but my heart wouldn't be in it. And overall, not exactly what I was going for, but I'm happy enough with it. Now I just need to find a fun place to hang it. But that's gonna be all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.